on this screen here, you'll see the part that we're going to be programming for CAM operations in index 4-axis machining. I want to draw your attention to this circular icon at the top here, and it shows a 4th-axis rotation setup on the table. You can set it up on the table or in the head. Typically, it would be on the table. So if you see right below the head, you see your axes here, machine axes. So this is your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd axis. Your z-axis obviously is your 3rd axis, and then your 4th axis is on the table, and it points along the positive x-axis. Now, you can set it up positive y-axis, negative x, negative y, whatever your machine requires. In this case, we're just going to be doing a standard 4-axis setup when the 4th rotational axis is pointed parallel to the positive x-axis. Okay, so we'll show you that when we get to part up. The actual part is a table leg. We're going to be putting this square stock on the 4th axis, and we're going to be programming each side of this table leg completely finished on the 4th axis. Down here, the CAM operations, I just have a list of the operations we're going to be looking at. Actually, for this part, you can program this in 3-axis or in only 2-axis. And I think we'll have time, we'll probably be able to show you the 2-axis as well. But here's a list of some of the operations that we're going to be using in each of the indexed positions. So as far as the 4-axis mechanisms go, we're going to be introducing rotate table setups, which is going to be rotating the 4th axis, fixing it in that position, and then we're going to be performing hole drilling, 2.5-axis engraving, profiling, and 3-axis horizontal roughing and finishing in those indexed fixed orientations. Okay, so if you take a look at the part here, we have it just a square stock, and we have from features wise, we have some dowel pinholes here. We have a decorative scallop that goes along 2 sides of the leg, and you will also notice that the profile of the leg itself is not straight, so it's got curves here on this side, and then it's got tapered walls on this opposite side. So let's go right into the part, and we'll get set up for 4-axis. Okay, so let's go ahead and set our post to, I believe it was WinCNC. WinCNC inch, click OK. Now what we're going to do is post it. Okay. And let's go ahead and post the entire post all. Okay. So here you see our first rotate angle setup. This is our default setup, 1, okay, with the angle of 0. So A is your 4th rotational axis, okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at where the other, okay. So we have our first rotational axis set to 0, our next rotational axis set to 180, our third set to 270, and our 4th set back to 90 again. Okay. Now, one thing you may want to do is, depending on if your router has an automatic tool changer or not, you may want to have these operations set so that you can do all the operations in one tool and then do all the operations in another tool. Okay, so we have basically we have the flat end mill, or flat, actually it looks like we're using a 2-inch flat end mill there. So you could just orient all of these so that you have all the same operations using the 2-inch flat end mill, okay? And then go through and have all the operations in another group of setups for, say, your smaller end mill. And that way you can just run or post all the operations that use that one tool, post them first and run it, and it will rotate your table to the way it needs. It will cut all of your operations. Then you can change the tool and post another set of setups and another tool. So that's one thing you may want to do differently here.